aging, as we know, is usually a fact of life, at least during this particular time period. That could all change, as we know.
Optional.
To some extent, Dr. Orton's right. The life choices we make do predict how quickly we age. We've all heard of smokers' lines as example, but now there's a new cosmetic filler that could be another answer to erasing the signs of your unhealthy past. We're joined by cosmetic surgeon Dr. Alexander Rivkin in our procedure room with his patient, Heather. Dr. Rivkin, tell us what you're going to do.
So we're going to use Volbella, and it's a new filler that's available on the market. We've seen it can do some really pretty amazing things. It's a thin, it's a smooth and supple filler. You can inject it real superficially to get all the little fine lines in the red of the lip and also the vertical lines on top, which we know as smokers' lines.
And while Dr. Rivkin gets prepared here, Heather, why are you wanting to try this?
Well, I just started noticing a couple of weeks ago that I have these vertical lines, and I feel like they make me look a lot older than I am. This is actually a really special thing for me because about 9 years ago to this day, I quit smoking. And I had been, thank you. Oh, thank you. It was not easy. I had been smoking for 23 years. So 9 years non-smoking, and I was really surprised to see these babies pop up.
So go ahead, Dr. Rivkin, and get started and kind of tell us what you're doing.
Okay, so sounds good. So this is Volbella. What we're going to do here, we're going to tilt your back a little bit. And Heather is a perfect candidate for this kind of treatment because her lips are a good size. We don't want to make her lips, and she doesn't want to make her lips a lot bigger. She just wants to make them nice and smooth. And that's what this filler is so good at.
Is there lidocaine mixed with the filler?
There is. There's lidocaine mixed with the filler, and we're going to ice a little bit beforehand as well. So we're going to put that on. Okay. We've got Heather in her zone. Open a little bit.
I do think people, are so worried about these lines right in here, but you don't want bigger lips. You just want the lines to not be there.
Sounds like that's what this is good for.
Makes a point that you can make lips look lovely and natural. Doing lips has gotten a bad rap, blowing them up too much. As you can see, what Dr. Rivkin is doing now, it's very subtle, it's small amounts.
You see all these little injections.
I mean, Heather did have awesome lips.
Earlier in the show, we talked about a brand new filler that targets smokers' lines on and around the mouth. We put it to the test, and now we're back with Dr. Rivkin and his patient, Heather, to reveal the results. And Heather, you haven't seen the results.
No. How do I look?
We gave you a mirror. Why don't you take a look and tell us what you think?
I'm allowed to look now?
You're allowed to look now.
You're a magician. Are you kidding me?
You can kiss the mirror, Heather.
So I want to kiss him.
Somebody's got to road test those lips. I guess it can be your.
Well, and really quickly, Heather, let's look at your before and after side by side because I think that tells the true story. Wow. All right, so docs, how long does something like this last? Because I don't even have to ask Heather what she thinks. I can see how happy you are, but how long does this filler last? How much does it cost? All the things that everyone at home wants to know.
So Volbella, the nice thing about Volbella is it lasts up to 12 months. When we were doing the study, we saw the really impressive duration. And with Heather, we did 2 syringes, and each syringe is about 500 or so. But it's the naturalness. It's the first law of my practice, and I think the first law of your practice and everybody else's. It's got to look natural. And this is an awesome filler for that. It looks nice and natural.
Hyaluronic acid. Right? It's hyaluronic acid.
It's hyaluronic acid, and the great thing about hyaluronic acid is that it's reversible.
Right.
So if we get a little bit of swelling, if it's a little bit asymmetric, we can always put a little touch of enzyme in and dissolve that little part of it, and it's great. It's reversible.
That is a really cool element. I will say that having done enough things on this show where people have an irreversible procedure done, and at the end of the day, Heather, you're happy, and that's what we care about.
How does it make it so pink? How does that work?
That's a part of the filler. It's really interesting because it goes so superficial, it enhances the natural color of the lips. So it just makes them more youthful looking, more pink. And that's
See you backstage.
It's gone.
Oh, you do.